doing this for you guys. I'm doing this for my kids. I'm doing this for my mom. I'm doing this for my grandma.
Busy Phillips is using her voice to fight for reproduction rights. While attending a pro-choice protest outside the Supreme Court building in Washington, D.C. on Thursday, the 43-year-old actress was arrested for blocking traffic, 1 week after the controversial overturn of Roe v. Wade. Busy was seen being escorted away from the rally by officers, while donning a crop top that read, quote, "I will aid and abet abortions." A few hours later, the Dawson Creek alum, who has been vocal about her own abortion at the age of 15, took to her Instagram stories to tell her 2 million followers that she had been processed and released.
Processed, released, running to catch a train. You guys, it's going to be on the Substack. Wow. Oh, God.
The mother of two went on to explain why she attended the protest in a lengthy Instagram post, describing the demonstration as a, quote, "civil disobedience to let lawmakers, but more importantly, the people who will be most impacted by this outrageous decision, know that we will not back down, we will not give in, and we will not stop fighting until there is equality for all Americans." Busy isn't the only celeb that has attended an abortions right protest in the wake of Roe v. Wade's reversal. Jodie Sweetin spoke with Access Hollywood about taking part in one in Los Angeles and detailed the moment she got shoved by police.
You know, my initial reaction, I couldn't eat that day. I was shaking, I was upset, I was terrified. I have two daughters who are 14 and 12, who I know that this greatly affects, and I know that as safe as I am here in California with my choices, that there are, you know, hundreds of millions of women across the country that are not, and their lives will be forever changed.
And obviously you've been very vocal about it, and you were out there with a lot of the demonstrators over the weekend. Explain to us what happened when you guys were out there.
You know, we were out there. We were passionate about using our First Amendment right to protest and to speak our voice and to speak up for our rights. And, you know, we were being calm and, you know, as peaceful as possible. And, you know, things happen. But at the end of the day, you know, I just keep saying I don't want to make this about me, and I want to keep bringing it back to, you know, if people are bothered by what they saw, I hope that they reach out and they start doing some work in their communities for police violence. Here in LA, there's a great organization called Community Control Police that's run by an incredible woman who does work on the ground every day for families and victims of police brutality. So if that bothered you, let me tell you, I've seen a lot worse. And so if I can bring attention to that, then that's the whole point.
Well, obviously we did see that video, especially what prompted that interaction with LAPD?
We were there protesting, and I was standing there on my bullhorn and had come around the sort of the back, and they were walking me through that police line there, and one of the officers grabbed the handle of my backpack and threw me from behind as we were walking by. And that was it, you know. And I picked myself back up and dusted myself off, and we marched for another 4 or 5 hours through the streets of downtown.
Now, I know that, I mean, the video was shocking. Were you all right after that?
Yeah.
Shaken up, or?
You know, having been out there for the last several years, and, you know, people who are really active in the protest community can tell you, that's really tame compared to what we see out there. I mean, I've seen people run over by cars. I've seen people, you know, beaten really severely by all different kinds of people. So it's, you know, being out there, you know what the risk is. But for me, I know that if I have a platform and I can raise the awareness about what's going on in the world, then I feel it's my obligation to do so.
What do you hope people take away from all this? Because this is all major news that's happening that affects millions of people. So what do you hope people take away from this?
What I hope people take away from this is action, is that there is no action too small, whether it's, you know, calling your representatives, whether it's getting out in the streets if you can afford to do that, to stay, you know, united in mass protest. There's so many ways that you can take action. You can find these organizations in your city. You can help those families affected by police violence. You can help our LGBTQ family who's out there. You know, there's so many ways to take action and help others that even if things don't directly affect us, I feel that with privilege, it is our obligation to then come out and use anything that we can to try and raise awareness.